notice that every major sport in America ends in ball? Baseball, basketball, football. It's a clear lack of creativity, really. Americans see a basket and a ball and think, I reckon, what do we call it? Oh, I know. A basketball. In England, no. We are much more sophisticated with our sports. Crew, croquet, cricket, rugby, polo. And it's not just our sports, even our foods sound more dignified. We have prawns, you have shrimp, we have scones, you have biscuits, even fries. Fries sound so lazy, lackadaisical even. They're fried potatoes, so clearly you call them fries. Why stretch your mind too far from the literal? As Brits, we are not afraid to venture from the literal. We see your fries. We say crisps. Not fish and fries, fish and crisps. Chips. I mean chips. Crisps. Fish and chips, not chips. Crisps. No. Yes? No, not fries or crisps, right? It's chips. Fuck. Hypothetically, if I was not from London and was actually from New Jersey, would you hypothetically be interested in dating me? It's just that hypothetically, I really, really like you, but I thought you wouldn't find me interesting enough to go on more than one date with, and everyone finds Brits more interesting, so I just... Again, all completely hypothetical.
All right, let's jump in then.
Okay, great.
I think that the ball that you have circled, that's part of that question, I would leave that as the only ball that you hit. And
Right.
then these are just 3 examples of, instances where that happened. Right. So I wouldn't actually hit the ball part of baseball, basketball, or football. And I think that you can play with, maybe you go up in pitch with each one, but the thing that you're hitting in each one is the first part of the word, right, where the stress syllable is.
Yeah, because it's the new thing every time.
Absolutely. Let's hear you do that from the top through those 3 list items.
Great. Now, have you noticed that every major sport in America ends in ball? It's baseball, basketball, and football.
Try it a different way.
Great. Have you noticed that every major sport in America ends in ball? It's baseball, basketball, football.
My next question for you is, it's a clear lack of what?
Creativity.
Yes. So for me, I always ask, does it answer all the questions, right? The questions being who, what, where, when, why, how, right? So if I get lack, if I can still ask a question, it might be something else in the sentence. And then here's how it is not creative. So Americans see a basket and a ball and they think basketball. So I might actually, I know you've circled basket and ball, but what I might do is circle the phrase basket and a ball and link it to the word basketball.
Got you. Okay. It's a clear lack of creativity, really. Americans see a basket and a ball and think, what do you reckon we call this? Oh, I've got it. Basketball.
I want you to do it again, but I want you to actually, with your hands, show me that you're weighing basket and ball, and maybe that means you go up in pitch so that you come down on basketball, or you do the opposite, right? You go down in pitch on basket and ball, and then up on basketball.
Okay. It's a clear lack of creativity, really. Americans see a basket and a ball and think, I reckon, what do we call this? Oh, I got it. It's a basketball.
Yeah. Not that I want you to weigh basket and ball. I want you to weigh basket and a bowl and then basketball.
Oh, gotcha.
Cool. Try one more.
Gotcha. It's a clear lack of creativity, really. Americans see a basket and a ball and think, I reckon, what do we call this? Oh, I got it. The basketball.
Yes. That's so much fun.
Yeah, I love that.
I think that for all of these food comparisons, that absolutely I would circle and link them like you've done, but you might also want to put a 1 above the first comparison, a 2 above the second comparison, and a 3 above fries.
Right.
And then the whole fries thing is like a tangent off of fries, but your original argument is even food, and here are 3 examples.
Right.
Great.
In England, no. We're much more sophisticated with our sports. There's crew, croquet, cricket, rugby, polo. And it's not just our sports, even our foods sound more dignified. We have prawns, you have shrimp, we have scones, you have biscuits, even fries. Fries sound so lazy, lackadaisical, really.
I would love for you to, with this crew croquet list,
Yeah.
to really chew on like the deliciousness of the words, right? That you like really enjoy them.
Yeah.
Make them like show how sophisticated they are by what you're doing
Right.
with your voice. And then I would also encourage you to do that same thing with prawns, and then like throw away shrimp, and then like scones, and then throw away biscuits, just so that we can have more, right? We've got them circled and connected. Now I want to hear more of that contrast.
Right. Okay.
Go from in England.
In England, no. We're much more sophisticated with our sports. It's crew, croquet, it's cricket and rugby, polo. And it's not just sports, even our foods are more dignified. We have prawns, you have shrimp, we have scones, you have biscuits, even fries. Fries sound so lazy, lackadaisical, really. I went and looked back at your notes and I was like, okay, let me sit down and do like my operatives and stuff like that. And just by doing that, just like 5 minutes of table work, I was like, oh my gosh, I understand what he's saying so much better. Like I understand his insecurities so much better. And I was like, that was just 5 minutes of table work. So if I can just literally take those small things, and when you have a minute before an audition where they hand you a cold read, or they give you a script the night before, just that 5 minutes is going to put me ahead of the other 10, 15 people in the waiting room.
And you're right, it's going to give you leverage above people who just come in and don't know what to do with a cold read, or don't know what to do with a new text.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes you much more comfortable in the text and in the character. So when you go in and they throw something at you like, oh, okay, great, but do it this way, you're like, oh, sure, I can grasp it, I understand it. Like it becomes your text, you know, not someone else's.
Yes, yes, yes.
Have you noticed that every major American sport ends in ball? Baseball, basketball, football. It's a clear lack of creativity, really. Americans see a basket and a ball and think, I reckon, what do we call this? Oh, I know. Basketball. In England, no, we're much more sophisticated with our sports. Crew, croquet, cricket, rugby, polo. It's not just our sports, even our foods sound more dignified. We have prawns, you have shrimp. We have scones, you have biscuits, fries. Even fries sound so lazy, lackadaisical, really. They are fried potatoes, so of course you call them fries. Why stretch your mind too far from the literal? Us Brits, we're not afraid to venture from the literal. We see your fries, we say crisps. Not fish and fries, fish and crisps. Chips. Yeah, I mean chips. Fish and chips. Crisps. Yes? No, yes, no. Fish and crisps, right? Fish, fries, crisps, chips, fuck. Hypothetically, if I wasn't from London and I was actually from New Jersey, would you still be interested in dating me? It's just that, hypothetically, I really, really like you. But I thought you wouldn't find me interesting enough to go on more than one date with. And everyone finds British people more interesting. So I just thought I would... Again, it's all completely hypothetical.